Luka Doncic signs massive 3-year, $165 million Lakers extension. Dynasty plans. Luka Doncic is betting big on his Lakers future. Here's why he's taking the long-term route. Breaking news alert. Luka Doncic just locked himself into the Lakers through 2028 with a record-breaking contract. But here's the kicker. The 26-year-old superstar is not done yet, calling this deal a stepping stone to cement his legacy alongside Lakers legends like Kareem and LeBron. Doncic's sights are firmly set on the Staples Center rafters. After only 6 months in L.A., the Slovenian sensation sees championship banners, MVP trophies, and a historic place among the franchise's all-time greats. This isn't just a contract. It's a manifesto. The deal details speak volumes. A 3-year, $165 million extension that includes a player option for the 2027-28 season. By signing now, Doncic bypasses the uncertainty of free agency next summer and positions himself to maximize earnings later. Let's crunch the numbers. After 2028, he'll qualify for a massive 5-year supermax extension that could compensate for the money lost from being traded by Dallas. His 2023-24 stats with LA spotlight his dominance. 28.2 points, 8.1 rebounds, and 7.5 assists per game across 28 appearances. Teaming with LeBron James, he propelled the Lakers to a 50-win season and a number 2-3 seed in the Western Conference playoffs. While their first-round exit to Minnesota left him hungry, Doncic's off-season moves reveal unshakable confidence. But here's where it gets controversial. LeBron James' future looms large over this narrative. When asked if James could retire as a Laker, GM Rob Pelinka dodged specifics, saying his team respects the decision-making process of the 38-year-old legend. Yet, Doncic's leadership off the court suggests he's ready to take the reins. He personally recruited DeAndre Ayton and Marcus Smart, 2 key off-season acquisitions, citing respect for their competitive drive. Doncic looks leaner and more deliberate in interviews, a stark contrast to recent concerns from his previous team, the Mavericks. Playing a lot of minutes, a lot of games, this is the best way to prepare, he explained, hinting at a summer regimen that rebuilt his strength and agility. For the Lakers, this extension is more than financial security. It's a symbolic fresh start. With new ownership on the horizon and a deep-pocketed investor group led by Dodgers owner Mark Walter, Doncic's commitment could anchor a renewed era of dominance. The question remains, will this rejuvenated roster, featuring Doncic, Ayton, Smart, and a potentially waning LeBron, champion despite the skepticism? Doncic's answer is resolute. We've got what we need to compete for the championship. I'll bring everything. Your turn. Do you think this contract sets the stage for a Lakers dynasty? Should LeBron step back to let Luka shine brighter? Sound off below. Luka Doncic signs extension with Lakers. What you need to know. Luka Doncic's extension with the Lakers, a new chapter for the team and the nation. By Austin Turner. Austin Turner, a web producer at CBS Los Angeles, is a native of Inland Empire who earned a journalism degree from San Jose State University in 2020. Before joining CBS News in 2025, he worked at KTLA, the San Jose Mercury News, and other outlets as a freelance sports reporter. The Lakers' announcement of Luka Doncic's extension has sparked widespread discussion, with fans and analysts debating the long-term impact of this move. Doncic, 26, is set to remain with the team for the foreseeable future, despite becoming a free agent at the end of the 2025-2026 season. This decision has raised questions about the Lakers' strategy in a rapidly evolving NBA landscape, especially as LeBron James' departure looms. Doncic's commitment to the Lakers is rooted in his belief that they are the franchise's future. Lakers president Rob Pelinka highlighted his connection to the fan base, noting that Doncic's presence brings a unique blend of skill, passion, and community spirit. Luka is one of the game's most transcendent players, Pelinka said. His on-court dominance and passion are unmatched, and the Lakers are thrilled to have him as their cornerstone. The team's ownership emphasizes that Doncic's role will be pivotal in pursuing championships. a goal that defines the franchise moving forward. The terms of the contract are still under discussion, with speculation about whether Doncic could leave after just one season. However, the Lakers' decision to retain him solidifies their vision for the future. The trade that sent Doncic to Los Angeles in February in exchange for Anthony Davis was a shocking move that reshaped the team's dynamics. Doncic, once seen as the Dallas Mavericks star, beyond the financial stakes, Doncic's personal mission to support young athletes resonates deeply. He announced plans to donate $5 million to help 77 athletes chase their dreams, though the specifics of the donation remain unclear. "Basketball gave me everything, and I'm lucky to be able to give back," he stated. This gesture underscores his desire to create a legacy beyond the court. While the Lakers' decision is widely praised, some critics argue that the franchise's focus on Doncic may come at the expense of other talent. As the NBA continues to evolve, the debate over whether the Lakers' investment in Doncic will ultimately lead to sustained success remains open. But for now, the team's commitment to Luka and his vision for the future is a clear message. The Lakers are ready to build a legacy that will define the next chapter of their history. Luka Doncic's Lakers debut. Extension. Expectations impact ESPN. The NBA landscape just shifted dramatically, and it might be the most pivotal move in recent memory. Luka Doncic's decision to stay with the Los Angeles Lakers isn't just about basketball. It's a seismic shift that could redefine the franchise for years to come. But here's where it gets controversial. Is this really the best path for both Luka and the Lakers? And what does it mean for the rest of the league? When Luka Doncic arrived in New York City last Sunday, it wasn't just another celebrity stop on a promotional tour. It was a clear signal that something big was coming. For the first time since entering the NBA, the 26-year-old Slovenian sensation left his usual European summer retreat early to return to the U.S. before training camp. A move that immediately raised eyebrows among fans and analysts alike. Officially, the trip was part of his role as a Jordan Brand signature athlete. He kicked things off by visiting Yankee Stadium to meet fellow pitchman Aaron Judge, then made stops in Chicago, Michael Jordan's old stomping grounds, before wrapping up in Los Angeles. But beneath the surface, this wasn't just a marketing campaign. It was a carefully orchestrated preview of what's to come. Because while Doncic was showing off his newly trimmed physique, featured on the cover of Men's Health magazine, he was also preparing to make one of the biggest financial and career decisions of his life. Sources confirmed that Doncic plans to sign a 3-year, $165 million contract extension with the Lakers on Saturday, the very first day the team was allowed to offer him one. The third year of the deal will be a player option, giving him flexibility down the road. This move comes just months after the Lakers' disappointing playoff exit, when they were eliminated in the first round by the Minnesota Timberwolves, despite being the number 3 seed. That loss clearly lit a fire under Doncic, who publicly vowed to get better, not just individually, but as a team. Now, he's putting his money where his mouth is. So why opt for a 3-year deal instead of the maximum 4-year, $229 million offer the Lakers could have given him? According to ESPN's Bobby Marks, the answer lies in long-term strategy. Had Doncic stayed in Dallas, he could have locked in a 5-year, $345 million supermax extension. But with California's higher tax burden compared to Texas, and the potential for even bigger paydays ahead, the shorter extension makes sense. By choosing a 2+1 structure, Doncic positions himself to become an unrestricted free agent in either 2028 or 2029, at which point he'll already have a decade of NBA experience. Based on projected salary cap growth of around 10% annually, Doncic could potentially sign a 4-year, $323 million extension in 2027. Or if he plays out his current deal and declines his player option, he could ink a 5-year, $418 million contract in his age 29 season, possibly becoming the first player in NBA history to earn $80 million in a single season. That's nearly $1 million per game. And let's talk about that final year. A staggering $95 million paycheck. For context, that's almost the value of a small-budget movie franchise. All for one player on a team valued at over $10 billion. But beyond the numbers, there's a deeper story here. Doncic wasn't expecting to be traded from Dallas. In fact, sources close to him say he assumed he'd retire a Maverick, much like Dirk Nowitzki did. Coming up through Real Madrid as a teenager, trades like this simply don't happen in European leagues. So when the news broke, it hit him hard. Yet once the initial shock wore off, Doncic's mindset shifted dramatically. He's now fully committed to winning now, and he's taking charge. His intense off-season training regimen wasn't just about looking good. It was a statement of intent. He's also taken an active role in recruiting key players like DeAndre Ayton and Marcus Smart to join him in LA, showing leadership that goes beyond stats. Doncic's partnership approach has impressed team brass. Back in May, Lakers president of basketball operations Rob Pelinka and head coach J.J. Redick took Doncic and his business manager Lara Seeger to dinner. The conversation wasn't just about basketball. It was about building a sustainable contender. Doncic made it clear, "I don't want to wait. I had a taste of the finals. I am getting back there, so let's do whatever we can now." Pelinka and Redick used that meeting to map out future salary cap space, draft picks, and roster needs. They asked Doncic what kind of players he thought would fit best: a pick-and-pop shooter, a lockdown defender, a rim protector, and used that input to guide their moves. And how do the Lakers feel about all this? One word: excited. A source familiar with the organization said, "This is a team that wants to win championships." That hasn't changed, and it won't change in the future. Still, some questioned whether the Lakers were holding back too much cap space, especially after letting Dorian Finney-Smith walk to the Houston Rockets. But insiders insist the strategy isn't about chasing another superstar, it's about maintaining flexibility. Because as one source put it, if you don't have optionality, you get stuck. The trade that brought Doncic to LA, which included Anthony Davis, Max Christie, and a future first-round pick, was always going to hinge on securing his long-term commitment. Now that's done. The next chapter of Lakers basketball has officially begun. But here's the part most people miss. What happens if Doncic doesn't deliver on his promise to lead the team back to the finals? And is the front office truly prepared to support him with the right pieces? Share your thoughts below. Do you think this is the start of a dynasty or a risky gamble?